guys, and welcome to the Arsenal Agenda podcast. Welcome all you Gooners. Happy Wednesday. It is a happy Wednesday because it looks like an agreement has been reached for Declan Rice. But news just in, the club have just announced that HAVERTZ, we knew this anyway because we dropped a leaked trailer for it last night, but yeah, HAVERTZ is officially an Arsenal player. Hashtag KH29. But yeah, let's move back on to the main story, which is Declan Rice. Cobb, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, obviously, as you can see by the grin on my face, mate, I'm very, very happy to see Declan Rice finished. Well, nearly finished anyways. I mean, we're the only horse left in the race. So I think that anything else will happen beyond now. Obviously,
news in the last hour from Fabrizio Romano has said that an agreement's been reached. They're just working out the payment structure now.
Yeah.
So
I believe they want.
I
believe they want the money in 18 months or something, and we want to spread it over 3 years or something like that. So yeah, well, whatever comes, 3 or 4 years, I can't exactly remember, but yeah, no, whatever comes of that, I'm sure will be reachable and agreeable. So yeah, looking forward to invite a big target for Arsenal. A criticism you've thrown out of Arsenal over the years, missing out on major targets. We've finally got our man by the looks of it, and I think we've got a stellar player in the with his prime to come. Future captain, I've heard many say, but I don't know what Odegaard would have to say about that. But can't say any more. Extremely happy. Obviously, it's a lot of money, but if you want to play with the big boys, you've got to spend the big bucks. And Arsenal have competed with the top of the table and got their man. So I think it's a great day for Arsenal. I think it's a great, look to the rest of the world about how strong our team's going to be going forward. Yeah, I'm chuffed to bits.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree anymore, mate. I mean, the panic's over. As you know, I was quite negative about the whole thing. Once City dropped the bid, I kind of thought, oh, that's it now. They're going to blow us out of the water. So, yeah, this is one that I'm quite surprised about. We are, if you'd have said to me 2 or 3 years ago, oh, soon you'll be competing with City for the league and, outbidding them for £100 million players, but wouldn't believe you, I'd laughed in your face. So it goes to show where we've come in the last few years. It's but to be honest, I mean, the way they've backed Arteta now, I do think it's going to put a bit of pressure on him. I think, with Rice, HAVERTZ, Timber, I think we've done the best part of like 220 million on those three. So, they've backed him. I think the pressure's on now to go and compete with this sort of backing. I mean, I think our turnover, over the last 4 seasons, I think we've spent more than anyone.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing I've always...
I think the pressure's on now. I think this is the time to start competing for titles now. But, yeah, really excited about the Rice thing. To be honest, it might sound greedy. I still would like a Casado. But, yeah, we'll have to see. I think that's obviously going to depend on what happens with Tom's party. I believe he's thinking about staying now. I think he wants to stay. I don't think he likes the idea of going to Saudi Arabia. If he was to go, I think it'd be like Juventus, but obviously they're not going to pay the money that the Saudis got to pay for him. So, yeah, I think I could see Partey staying out one more season.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's earned his place in the squad for sure.
If that's the case, maybe we don't need Casado, because I've always thought Casado is just a younger version of Partey myself. Great little player, but I mean, on his day, Partey is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we spent the best part of 3/4 of the season last year telling Man United fans how he was better than Casemiro. So, let's not forget that. He is a quality player. I know he dropped off towards the end of the season, but yeah, I think it's imperative that we keep these players as part of the squad.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree with you more, mate. I think you're bang on, and like you say, we're looking at having spent, like you say, nearly £220 million on players within a month of the transfer window opening. I mean, I know a conversation me and you had at the beginning of the window, and I can't remember whether it was recorded or not. you were saying you want to see us act almost like Liverpool have in transfer windows gone by, where they have their targets lined up and they knock them out one by one, bang, bang, bang. Their team's in, they're in the pre-season, they're setting the squad, and that's why they had such a good couple of seasons when they had a run at the title. You've just potentially seen exactly that happen. I mean, a lot of Arsenal fans have said we haven't acted like a big club for a long, long time. Here's Arsenal acting like a big club, and I think it's a time for all of us to get really, really excited. And you talk about the pressure on Arteta. Well, I mean, my opinion on that is that he's done a fantastic job with less resources. Obviously, more resources. Hopefully, we'll do a better job. And if not, then there'll be a manager out there that can get this squad to where we want to be. I mean, I'm a loyal Arsenal fan, not an Arteta fan, but I'm a huge Arsenal Arteta fan at the moment. But I think, the mentality within the background of Arsenal Football Club has certainly seemed to change towards this, let's go win something. And I don't think we should be scared.
I think it's time to go and challenge now for a title,
And a
definitely.
considerable one. I'd like to see us compete in the Champions League next season. I'd like to see us again compete in the Premier League. If we can get, semi-finals of a Champions League or something like that and compete in the Premier League, I mean, that would be fantastic, competing on two fronts. But I want to see us win a trophy next season. Something considerable, an FA Cup, the Premier League, something really to get out.
Let's have it right. Any trophy, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, we sit there sometimes with our high horse, mocking the likes of the teams that win the Carabao Cups, and I mean, look at West Ham winning the Conference League. I know we mock that competition, but it's at the end of the day, they won a trophy last year and we didn't.
Yeah.
So, it is silverware. I mean, Declan Rice looked happy enough lifting that. So, like you say, if anything, I mean, I think we need to win a trophy this year, 100%. Now, especially with the back in, whether it's a Carabao Cup, whatever. We've got to be winning titles now.
Yeah, and I think the club have backed the staff there, and potentially got a good team over the after getting out various different background staffs and whatever, and sorting out the squad. We're finally in a position where we can really push. And I'll be honest, today's signing of... Sorry, go on.
Go on, sorry.
No, I was going to say, today's signing of Declan Rice has just absolutely lit that fire. I am so excited now for next season.
I think every Arsenal fan is. Yeah. But I mean, for me now, the important thing is it's who we let go and who we keep hold of. Because I mean, we was close last year. Let's not kid ourselves. We was close to the league. I know it was disappointing the way we chucked it, but what let us down was the lack of squad depth. You'd argue with these three players that we've brought in, that now improves the squad depth. So now it's about who we keep hold of. Because if it's a case of each one of these that have come in means one of them's going to go out, I think we'll suffer again. So I think we do need to keep some players in the squad players. Players like Tierney and Partey.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's now what the rest of the window's going to be. It's about who we can keep hold of, and obviously anything else is going to be a cherry on top. If we get a Lavia, cherry on the top.
Yeah.
But personally, I wouldn't mind seeing something up top, someone that could play up front or maybe on the wings, like a Xavi Simons from PSV, someone like that. Young potential.
Good player.
I mean, he played against us last year in Europe, didn't he? He looked amazing.
Yeah, he did. He looked very, very good. Looked a right quality player.
He's actually just got a new agent, which is Darren Dean, son of David Dean. So, who knows? Could be sat on the cards there. Who knows? Floating under the radar for Brixio ain't onto it yet.
I love how you find these links in football and think they're going to mean something. I mean, again, another player I'd love to see at Arsenal, but then we'd almost be overloaded with...
I don't know, because he could provide cover for, like, Saka. He's lacked cover majorly over the last couple of seasons, isn't he? Obviously, I think we're going to sell Eddie or Balogun, one of them. So, I don't know. I think there would be room there.
Well, I think the player that we've just purchased as an alternative to the man that you're talking about, Kai Havertz.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
been announced.
yeah, literally just before we came live, Arsenal made it official, although the official video was leaked earlier on last night. So, but yeah, huge, huge signings. Is it 65 million was the confirmed deal?
Yeah, something like that, wasn't it? I think, maybe is it 60 plus 5 in add-ons, something like that, 55 plus 10 in add-ons, something like that. But yeah, I think it's going to total 65. So it's really, I mean, it's not far off what we paid for Pepe, is it? So I think there'll be a bit of pressure on Havertz to perform, because it is a bit of a layup, especially considering sort of money that Arsenal tend to pay for players. I mean, before the Declan Rice thing, it would have made him the second most expensive. Even with Declan Rice, he's going to be the third most expensive Arsenal player ever. So I think with that will come a bit of pressure, because obviously Pepe got pressure for being a record signing, didn't he? And all the money he spent on him, and he didn't perform. So the jury's going to be out on Havertz. I know it's very 50-50 amongst the fan base, but I mean, I'm hopeful. I mean, horses to courses, isn't it? I don't think Chelsea style football suited him. If you look at, I mean, some of his best football was before Chelsea. When he was at Leverkusen, he looked like a bit of a prodigy. But Leverkusen plays style football which is more similar to us, the way we pass the ball about and attack the game. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think Chelsea's style suited him. Hopefully Arteta can get the best out of him, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, the worry I have about a player like Kai Havertz is, and I know it's a big cliche that a lot of people have used about him, but he doesn't seem like, I don't know what position the bloke plays. What is his?
Jack of all trades, master of none. This is the thing. He's played everywhere, and
genuinely,
it's quicker to list the positions he hasn't played than it is to list the positions he has played for Chelsea.
Yeah, it's
Because he's played right midfield, left midfield,
Have they
centre
ever had
midfield,
the goalkeeper sent off and he's been the tallest
front,
player on the
right,
pitch? Have they ever had the
Sorry?
goalkeeper sent off and he's been the tallest player on the pitch and he's played in goal for him?
That wouldn't surprise me. No, I don't think so. I mean, he is a lanky sod, isn't he? So that's one positive, I suppose, that he could add to the squad that we didn't have maybe this year. Like, I think we suffered sometimes when teams used to play the low block on us. Now, you know, a player like Havertz does sort of give you the option to go over the top. I think it depends where he's playing. I mean, a lot of people say he's going to play where Xhaka played, but I mean, if you used him as like, I don't know, a replacement for Jesus when it's just not working for him or something, maybe gives you that more, you know, that target man, if you like, that what we used to have in Giroud, you know. So I don't know. The jury's out until he comes and performs or has a shocker, isn't it? But I know it's very 50-50. I think we just got to back him, to be honest, and hope that Arteta gets the best out of him.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was hopeful when I first heard the news that it was, you know, one of them sort of rumours that makes its way around the transfer window, but it turned out to be true and done very
Well, straight away, question marks are there, because it's like, I mean, we've just got form for buying Chelsea rejects. I mean, whether it's David Luiz, Willian, William Gallas, Osama Diarra, Jorginho, maybe you could argue. I mean, the list goes on, doesn't it? Petr Cech. So yeah, I think we just don't like the idea of keep ending up with Chelsea cast-offs. But I mean, Havertz, he's the right sort of age. You know, there's potential for him to improve.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so. I think we said last week. I'm just so uninspired by it. But yeah, no, fine, good player. Add him to the squad. But for someone I've watched, and I've got a lot of Chelsea fans in my family.
I'm with you. He's never lit my world alight, but Arteta obviously rates him. Otherwise, I don't think they'd be slapping down 65, 60, whatever it is for him, because it is a lot of money in terms of what Arsenal like to spend on transfers.
Yeah. Well, I think that's enough spoken about with Kai Havertz anyway. So on to the third of our three potential transfers. Well, two now potential transfers that are going to complete. Jurrien Timber. I mean,
yeah, I think that one's nearly done, isn't it? they're saying that what they say with all these players, that he only wants Arsenal. But no, I believe that is the case. I think he's proper sold on the idea of playing for Arsenal now. I believe we had a meeting with him at the FA Cup final. That's why he was actually, a lot of Man United fans would have obviously probably thought he's there to watch United, he's coming to United. He played for Ten Hag at Ajax, but apparently the reason he was in the capital was because his agent was having meetings with us. So, yeah, I think he's probably sold on the project. This is what they were going about, project. Yeah, I think he's sold on it. My understanding, last I read, was something like, I think we've agreed a fee, something like 41 million, 41.5, something like that. So yeah, I think that's just the dotting the I's, crossing the T's sort of thing. But obviously we're focusing on the Rice thing. I think they sort of put it on the back burner until they sort the Rice thing out. So hopefully we'll see some movement in the next week or so.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I saw a tweet from Fabrizio saying, next 24, 48 hours.
Oh, that's soon. Well, there you
go. So, it sounds like
I saw one of those Dutch ones, Stecklenburg or something. He definitely said that we had agreed, a fee with Ajax in the region of £41 million or something. That's probably including add-ons in it. Yeah. I can't see it spending that much up front, considering we've had to do Declan Rice on the Klarna. Yeah.
I mean, what's your on the Klarna? Did you see that tweet? It was genius.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No. What do you think of Timber? I mean, I really don't know much about this player. I mean,
he looks to be the right-sided Zinchenko, doesn't he? He looks like he's another inverted sort of fullback. But that's when he's playing there. I think he can play centre backs, centre defensive midfielder.
I mean, a lot of
trades. You know what I mean? Arteta likes this versatility.
Yeah, well, he does like to move the team.
I don't know how that could work out, because if when he plays right back, say he's playing there instead of Ben White, and you've got Zinchenko on the left, I don't know how we're going to get on with two fullbacks like that. I think it could be very dangerous when teams play against us if we've got two fullbacks that get caught too high up the pitch.
Well, knowing Arteta, he'll have the Odegaard stepping back and helping out the midfield or something. God, he has players go all over the place, doesn't he?
To be fair, when you watch Declan Rice, I think every Arsenal fan's watched some highlights of Declan Rice over the last few months. You know what I mean? Mate, yeah. When you look at the way he plays, he drops back, because he did start off as a centre back at West Ham, didn't he? David Moyes turned him into the DM, if you like.
Right.
And if you watch the way he plays, he does tend to drop back into that,
Well, there you go. That gives us the three at the back, then, doesn't it?
So, yeah, maybe that's one of the things that, he'd run back to help out the Gabriels and Salibas when Zinchenko and Timber get caught too high up the pitch.
Well, we will find out. Well, obviously, we've got pre-season coming up, and I'm sure he'll trial a few of these things out if all these players get signed. So we'll start to see a little bit of shape of what we're expecting next season. But as I said very early on in the podcast, I think we're in great position for next season. I think it's going to be really competitive next season. I think it might be sort of one of the lower points tallies on the Premier League, because there's going to be a lot of.
I think it's going to be a strong league next year. I think Liverpool will be back in it, wouldn't they?
I mean, Chelsea have had a complete revamp.
Well, I mean, you don't know how that's going to go, though, do you?
No, but obviously Villa looked particularly good at the end of last season. Brighton again. You expect them to do well again next season, even though they're likely to lose two of their. Well, they've already lost one, but potentially another in Casado to Chelsea. But
he could always come to Arsenal. You never know.
I mean, if that comes up in the news and we're having a 300 million.
I'm a greedy boy, mate. Listen, I never thought we'd get Rice, so why not? Splash the cash. Ain't my money, spend it.
Is it Don Edu yet?
If he spends the money, obviously, don't mind. At the minute, I think he's just done what's expected of him, really. Because let's have it right. If he'd have missed out on Rice and he'd have gone to City, we'd have all been crying.
Yeah.
Like we did with the Mudryk thing. So I don't think he quite deserves a pat on the back from me just yet for doing his job. But yeah, no, well done. You've done your job this time, bro. I was getting worried when I was seeing pictures of him at Ascot and that. I was thinking, why is this guy having family fun day outs and that, like during the transfer window? But yeah, no, it looks like he's done the business so far, hasn't he? So yeah, long may it continue.
Nice. Anything else to add, George?
No, I think that's it, mate. I think, we're just waiting now for that here we go, aren't we, from Romano.
I'm hopeful it will come soon. But yeah, we'll keep popping out a few shorts and keep you updated with the transfer window. We will get another video with me and Jord. It will be a week's time because I'm going to be away, but I'm sure there'll be some shorts and some other videos that Jord will put up. But yeah, once we complete on Rice, I'm sure again we'll do another video to celebrate that when we know his shirt number, just like we know with Kai Havertz.
I think it's going to be 41, isn't it? I mean, he wears 41 at West Ham, but yeah. Also, don't forget to smash the like button.
Yes.
Please subscribe.
Yes.
It's even more helpful. Hit the bell notification. All of that.
Absolutely, for more updates. And like I said, we tend to do a lot of updates via short notifications. So, but yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.